What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 8 of the Level 3 Ultimate Ironman Skiller. Let's talk about what we did in episode 7. We completed the Corsair Curse quest without getting any experience whatsoever. Shout out to Skia. My bad, I forgot to mention that in the last video, but he helped me understand this method. We also went to the deep wilderness, all the way out to level 40 plus, to steal a white berries from the lava dragons so that we could complete the Hand in the Sand quest, which was the 90th quest point, which means we maxed out our quest points for our build without gaining any experience whatsoever. So where are we going to start this episode? Here in the library, getting our last 2 books so that we can knock out level 77 crafting. This is going to be our rune crafting. This is going to be huge for the account with bloods. We also spent some time at Arty Knights knocking out 75 thieving. Also, do you guys like the HD client? Personally, I do. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'm gonna rock the snow skiing here at least until the new year. Working on some fishing and cooking, level 40 cooking. We're also going to get level 40 fishing here. We're gonna do some aerial fishing later. But what do I really want to accomplish during episode 8 here, and that is knock out the remaining diaries. So we're going to complete the Falador diary, the Kanderin diary, Karamja. We're also going to go ahead and complete the Lumbridge, as well as the Varrock diaries. For the skillers out there, you may be wondering, like, yes, I can do Karin and I can do the desert, but you need to gain experience, so I'll not be doing that. For Karamja, we need to swing across the rope, mine some gold, use the fishing platform, as well as collect seaweed and attempt the fight caves. All pretty easy since we did kill the Joger in a previous episode, which is the hardest task to complete. So we're just going to run over here, grab some seaweed, and drop it, and keep picking it up until we have our task completed. Moving along to the rope swing, let's swing over here and avoid the giants there. Task complete. Gonna mine some gold, task complete. Let's fish a lobster here at the docks, and task complete. Let's grab that fire cape on a level 3. Just kidding, let's get out of here so that we can complete the easy diary for the Karamja area. Back to fishing, level 43. This means that we can go to Malk Island and start aerial fishing. A word from your sponsor, the log transport system. There are 2 diary tasks that you actually have to rune craft, earth and water runes. You may be wondering, what the hell am I doing here in Edgeville? Well, I'm going to show you a way to do this without getting the talisman, since they're kind of hard to get on an Ultimate Ironman level 3. I have pickaxes, wine, and essence, and I'm going to kill myself here in Edgeville. I do have another death pile in Lumbridge as well. But what I'm going to basically do is we're going to use the Abyss, and RNG will need to help us, but we're going to use the Mage of Zamorak to teleport in. We're basically going to chug some wine immediately and hope that these don't stack us out. Mine the rocks, and you can see we got lucky here. This is going to allow us access to the altars for the earth and the water runes. Knocking out earth runes here for the Varrock task, and we're going to knock out the water runes for the Lumbridge task. This took me 4 tries. I did die. I'm not showcasing that for you, but RNG does play a factor there, but it's much quicker. 40 Hunter, and then finally we are going to get level 50 Hunter, which unlocks Eclectic Implings if we ever want to grind medium clues. Back to the diary grind. Let's do the Varrock diary. We need to mine some iron, jump over the fence, buy a newspaper, and spin a bowl. We do also have a beginner clue in our inventory that just so happens to have a task right near the mine here, so we're going to complete that as well. Task complete. Let's go ahead and grab that newspaper, and as easy as that, another task complete. I don't know how I haven't jumped across this fence yet, to be completely honest, but there we go. Task complete. In Barbarian Village, making a bowl, and let's go ahead and fire it here in the pottery oven. And with us completing this, that will be the last task, and we have now completed the easy diary for the Varrock area. We're going to go ahead and wrap up that beginner clue. You can see me building the stash unit here. That is one thing that I will eventually want to do on the account, is basically complete all the stash units that I can. They just really help in making clues so much easier, and it is a storage option for us Ultimate Ironman as well. But let's go ahead and throw the golden necklace and the ring back into the stash unit here, and let's see if we can get anything cool from this beginner clue. Beginner clue number 9, nada. I'm actually going to jump into Puro because I need a mind talisman to build to create a mind tiara, and the only way that we can do that is using a crop circle. I can complete Lost City on an Ultimate Ironman skiller, but I don't plan to because we gain experience. Also, make sure that you turn your strength experience off. I almost jumped through the wheat here. Luckily I didn't, but turn that off. About 30 minutes later of catching Essence Implings, we are finally able to get the hell out of here because we had the Mind Talisman. These are 1 in 10, and if I check my totals here, it took us 56 imps just to get this talisman. Back to the diary grind with Falador. We need to figure out our family crest, get a haircut, fill a bucket of water, kill a duck, make that mind tiara, and then start here in Port Sarim Jail, where we can talk to the security guard, and just like that, we get the book, task complete. We're gonna kill the duck here in the park, kill the west duck, and the reason for that is the bridge here actually blocks the cannon fire from hitting the other ducks in the pond. You can also kind of see on the mini map that I do have a splasher splashing the gardener. He sometimes will wander a little bit north and can get hit by a stray cannonball, so splashing him just keeps him away. We're going to use our normal cannon method here. Empty the cannon, hit the duck, task complete, no experience gained. Let's go ahead over to this water pump, fill up our bucket, task complete. Get an extremely expensive haircut from the hairdresser, and just like that, another task complete. We are here at the Falador Castle, figuring out what our family crest is. You go through a little bit of dialogue, but once you do, you will be able to complete another task for the Falador area. Last task, we're at the Mind Altar, making that tiara, and just like that, Falador Easy Diary complete. Let's move on to the Lumbridge one. This one we have to complete kill a cave bug, we have to kill a zombie, catch anchovies, bake some bread, and mine some iron. This one is a little bit more fun because we have to kill 2 different NPCs in different areas as well, so it's kind of fun. Here we are in Alcarid, we're fishing, and we should get some anchovies here so that we can complete our first diary task and move on to mining iron. These scorpions are typically annoying. Luckily they didn't hit me. Here we are in the castle of Lumbridge cooking some bread, task complete. We're in the swamp where we will kill the cave bug. I'm going to kill the one here in the northwest part of this region. Once again, 0 experience with the cannon. There are 3 cave bugs that spawn in this area. Simply use an alt like I have in the top left of the screen, splashing the cave bugs so that you won't hit them, basically. And just as simple as that, we can complete the task. You may wonder, like, dang, Chad, you're really good. You haven't messed up your account. Well, if you have a lapse of judgment, something like this can happen. You can see a spare cannonball hitting what I believe to be a zombie. Thankfully, I hit a 0, and we did not ruin our account. But let's get on to the diary task. We need to kill a zombie here in the sewers. I'm going to explain in a little bit why I would not suggest doing it here, but I did it here. I have 3 alts splashing rats and zombies in the area to basically make it a little bit safer so that I can hit the zombie, and then we're going to pray for RNG with the poison spec. Okay, you can hear and see the poison. Thankfully, we are almost done. We just need to let that tick down. There it is. And we have completed the Lumbridge and Drainer area diary. You can see 4 range experience. We got extremely lucky. You can see all the NPCs in this area. I don't suggest doing it here. Thank you, Mr. Trouble Brewy, for letting me know that if you actually go to the southern part of the sewer, there aren't rats or as many NPCs. It's much safer there. Last but not least, we need to complete the Kanderin diary. We need to buy a candle, collect flax, play the organ, plant some jute seeds, get a cup of tea, defeat elementals, buy a fish, buy a stew, and cross that log shortcut. We have a lot to do, so let's start with the fish. If you didn't realize it, you can actually put your pet fish into your POH. So once I get him here from Harry's kind of aquarium, I'm not going to be getting rid of him. We're going to keep him. That was a task completed. We're going to buy a candle here to complete another task. Let's pick some flax. I don't know what is more, nostalgic feeling for playing old school RuneScape than picking flax here in Sears. But we're going to complete that task. Run into the church. Let's play the organ. Another task complete. We need to also purchase a stew from the bar, so we're going to grab that for 20 coins. Plant these jute seeds. I got the seeds from Emily and Drainer. She sells them. Let's get a tea here, and then we just need to cross the log. If you didn't realize it, drinking tea is kind of a budget attack potion if you're an Ultimate Ironman. You can see that I have 3 attack up in the left-hand corner of the screen, so pretty cool if you're on a budget or you don't have any herb lore. Cross the log balance, and we only have 1 task left, which is killing 1 of all the 4 elementals. I'm going to talk a little bit longer here for the first elemental, and then I'll kind of speed up the other kills. But we started the elemental workshop, allowing us to get down here. For the water elemental, we are using 2 alt accounts to splash the other elementals and pull them away so that they're not in the range of my cannon, since it is a multi-combat zone. You can see in here that I actually did get poisoned, but if you notice, I did hit a 2 with my main account, which means I do not get the kill credit. So I believe that I've explained that in other videos, but if I haven't, I apologize. You see me using this poison kind of method a lot. You have to hit a 0. So for example, you can hear and see the poison. You saw that I hit a 0. I will now get the kill credit for the water elemental. Let's pick up our cannon, sit back and relax while we speed the video up and watch this elemental die. You may notice if you look at my inventory, I'm an idiot. I brought range gear and completely forgot to wear it. I wondered why this elemental took so long. As you can see, I've been down here for almost 40 minutes. I hit a lot more zeros than I usually do. I'm going to put the range gear on for the other 3 elementals to hopefully speed those up. And there we go. Part of it done. If you are a skiller or a 10 HP, look away. I am dismissing a dunce. Pour some out for my homie, the Mr. Dunce. But the reason I did that is I cannot leave this area or I lose my kill credit. So here is us setting up for the air elemental. I'm only using 1 alt account, and I've pulled all the other air elementals behind these boxes. These boxes act as a barrier, meaning that my cannon will not hit them. So he's going to chill there. We're going to stall our cannon. We're going to fire. Again, continuing to use the 0 experience method, and use our main to apply poison. And we simply pick up our cannon, sit back, and relax. And allow that poison to tick down, killing the air elemental so that we can move on to the fire elemental. Stage 2 complete. The fire elemental is extremely similar to the air elemental. You can't actually see my other alt on the screen unless you look at the mini-map. That alt account has pulled all of the other fire elementals behind some boxes that are in the middle of the room there. Again, acting as a barrier for my cannon so the stray cannonball cannot hit them. We're going to empty our cannon a tick before the spawn. You can see the spawn was a little bit off, but thankfully I'm using a body block here with my main. Apply that poison, and once again we sit back and relax. We're not going to pick our cannon up this time just because I don't want the fire elemental to aggro me, but we're going to hang out, and this will complete stage 3 of this task. You also may be wondering, like, what if I'm not very confident with a cannon? I'll explain that method in just one moment, but let me first tell you about the Earth Elemental. Very similar setup to the other ones, using a body block and the cannon. If you look at my mini-map, you can see I'm using 2 alt accounts to pull the other Earth Elementals behind those rocks that you can mine to get the elemental ore. They also act as a block, similar to the boxes that I used for the air and fire elementals. So I talked about, like, hey, what if you aren't very confident with a cannon? No worries, you don't have to use a cannon. I personally use the cannon because, as you can see, I don't gain any experience. Use my main, apply poison, and sit back and relax. You can use the poison method that I'm doing here and then simply hit a 1 on your skiller. So take a fresh earth elemental or whatever elemental you may need to kill. Use your main to apply that 0 experience poison, and basically sit back and just either flinch it with a melee weapon or shoot it with an arrow, and you can guarantee only gaining 4 experience per elemental because you only need to hit once, and they're already poisoned, so there's no RNG for the actual poison. So keep that in mind if you're not very comfortable with a cannon like I am. And there we go, task complete. Kanderin, easy diary done. Let's go grab our rewards. So we're going to start with Kanderin. We're going to get the headgear, which is extremely useful from a light source perspective, and a lamp. Let's go ahead and go to Karamja. We're going to get the gloves as well as a lamp here. You may notice the color difference. The Karamja lamp is only worth 1,000 experience, while the others are 2,500. Shield and lamp from Falador as well. Here we are in Lumbridge. We're going to grab the ring as well as our 4th lamp. And finally, let's move on to Varrock to grab the body as well as our last lamp. You all know that I already completed the Artie task, so I'm not going to talk about that one. Here we go. This is a good spot to start wrapping up the video. You can see that we've completed 6 of the Achievement Diaries. For those of you who have been following the series, we also have max quest points at 90, and we did all of this without gaining any additional experience from the experience that we got on Tutorial Island. But what do we need to do? We need to use these lamps. Let's see what Slayer level we can get to, because ultimately we need to get to 40 Slayer so that we can do the Architectural Alliance mini quest for the lamp, because it does require level 40 in the skill that you're using it in. So we're pumping 11,000 total experience into Slayer, and let's see what we're going to get here. With that last 2,500, we are at 37 Slayer. That's a great stopping point for this video. You can see that we're only 23 experience from 38. Thanks for sticking with me for this episode. It was rather long. Please let me know what you thought with a like, comment, or subscribe. Thanks. Bye.